Well, welcome to bright, sunny, beautiful, scenic Aldrune, everybody. Imagine not playing a Khajiit on Catterday. For shame. For our second playthrough, Torlek. Our second playthrough will be a Khajiit. How about that? I'm old now! Congrats, Color Theory! Isn't it great? I hope it's everything you felt it would be. Ew, standing! I know, I don't want to stretch my legs, Bennett. That's like lame and dumb. Yeah, you heard it here. For iios said, lame and dumb. Maybe grounding issues? Maybe. And is it my USB cables? You know what I hate more than anything is the thought of having to replace all of these effing cables I've cobbled together over the last 15 years of my life. Okay, I gotta get out of my chair. One second. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bennett. Yeah, for in perpetuity, I'm glad we can remember. There we go. How much I hate walking. But not in Morrowind. I sure do love walking in these video games. Scooey. There's nothing I like better. Nothing I like better than, crisscrossing this here fantasy world. Sure thing. Sure thing. Goodness gracious, see, I didn't even have time. I didn't even have time to primp myself before stream like usual, okay? So I'm doing it all now as we sit here. It's not awkward. It's normal. Are you saying it'll require replacing the yarn-based USB cables? You know, they seem like such a good idea, Austin. This is fine. It's very fine. No. Come on now. Let's get to the... There we go. Okay. Okay, now let's play the game before disaster striketh. So we're here in Aldrune. We're here in Aldrune, and I kind of need your help, chat. I kind of need your help. Yes, your help. Because I don't know whether we should... So we're here in a place called Aldrune. Aldrune. But we're headed to a town called Gnisis. Yeah, stay, go. Okay. You have 3 minutes. So I don't know whether I should stay in Aldrune. Let me rewind a half a second, okay? Why are we here? We're here because we got a quest from the Imperial cult in Ebonheart, and they asked us to go talk to some people, a farmer, out of Gnisis. And the only way to get to Gnisis was to take a silt strider. Well, it was to go from Balmora to Aldrune via Vivek. Yes. So we went to Vivek, and then we went to Balmora, and then we came here to Aldrune, which we have not been to. There is our silt strider that we could ride. I need to know, though, do you think we should explore this city that you see before us? Scenic, lovely Aldrune. Or should we move onward to Gnisis? If we explore the city, it'll probably take us all night. Hey Bailey Ice Cream. Trying to fuck. Yo, where's my... I'm trying to fuck. Why is... Where's the notification? Or where's the, Why didn't the visual show up? Weird. Really weird. Are you doing the main quest or just the Imperial cult? We're just doing what we run into, Torlek. So really, all we've run into, I'm just kind of following the thread of who we talk to. Which is more fun, do you think? That's really tough, Color Theory. You know, Gnisis is like a town, another town like this. It would probably look not so like in a perennial dust storm or ash storm. They picked a lovely spot to settle. You know, as they keep telling me, that shell dome thing over there is the shell of a giant ancient crab. So I bet, you know, I assume some part of, you know, inhabiting this giant crab shell was a big part of their culture. Are there ninjas? Because if there aren't ninjas, I can't help. You know, the Dark Brotherhood lurks beneath every bed cover, underneath every sheet, beneath every pillow in Morrowind lurks the Dark Brotherhood. We should check out Suran. Well, maybe one day. I don't even know where Suran is. Primarily the read every book quest, and other stuff happens along the way. Yeah. What a fucking game, this Jump King. I have regrets. Yeah, it sounds like me. Only USB cables using braided diamonds and with netherite plated conductors will suffice. Yeah. I need a glowing USB cable review, please. Stat. To eliminate my quote-unquote interference. Yeah, what's this poll gonna say? I'm not against Aldrune. I think Aldrune is cool. I just don't want to necessarily... I don't know, we can come back. We can always come back to Aldrune. What do we say? What did the poll say? Poll says go. Poll says go. Alright, here we go. I beat Jump King, but Rage quit. New Babe Plus. Oh my god, Color Theory. Let's see, I did New Babe Plus, but I Rage quit Ghost of the Babe. Yes. I Rage quit Ghost of the Babe. And I was angry. You had some animated charging cables that were genuinely fun. That sounds really cool. Did they showed obviously not the energy. I love this. I love that characters in these dust storms will cover their faces. That's a great detail. Okay, we're gonna travel. Latest rumors. I heard Bolvin Venom was having an affair with the wife of one of the counselors. Okay. Yeah, Lordy, yeah. You caught her. To Gnisis, 18 gold pieces. Well, now this is more like it. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Gnisis. We are now in the northwestern corner of Vardenfell, having taken a Silt Strider. So we started down here in Ebonheart, and we walked to Vivec, this portion of it. We took a Silt Strider from Vivec up to Balmora, over here. From Balmora to Aldrune, from Aldrune to Gnisis. Would have been a hard overland walk. Hey Dreadnought, welcome. Oh, I envy anyone's first time playing Morrowind. Yeah, it's a hoot. It's a hoot and a holler. And it's been so much fun, Dreadnought. We've been doing this absurd thing where we read every book. Every single book in Morrowind. Yes, every single one. In the order that we find them. And this... Fuck. Hell, man. It's so annoying. We're having, USB issues. I'm sorry. So, the camera... Everything that's on USB is crapping out. Periodically. We might even just turn off the cat cam for a while. We honestly did not have this issue. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Cheese and rice, Melky Dev. Cheese and rice. Fuck. Excuse my language. It really bothers me. Cat cam is off. Cat cam is gone. And so the computer proves to me that it can responsibly use that cat camera without crashing all of my USB connected devices every 10 minutes. Great to see you, Melky Div. It was a very fun optical illusion just for power, yeah. Yeah, wrapped in extra wires. Yeah, exactly. It's it does seem like a conflict of interest ever so slightly. Austin. This place would be Anakin's worst nightmare. Well, I'll have you know, Bennett Star, that wasn't sand. It was ash. Yes, they're very specific. It's an ash storm. Which actually is supposed to give you, corpus disease or something. I'm surprised we weren't getting sick. Yeah, Jump King was so tough. Books! Yes, books are here. I can even show you. Okay, here, let's look at our browser. Go to our browser. No, not that browser. I take it back. Sorry. Over here. We have our spreadsheet. We have read 104 out of 250 books. We've been keeping track of them in this here spreadsheet. Marking them down, checking them twice. Welcome to Gnisis. It seems really nice so far. Seems nice-ish. I'm here all night. Welcome to Gnisis, iios. I'm Hainab Lasamsi. Can I help you find someone in particular, or are you just looking for a little advice? Specific place. Our village is on the Owada Samsi Gorge in the West Gash. The Gnisis Temple is the village center. The Gnisis egg mine lies to the east. The Legion... Oh, I like this person has like a beard. It's like a Dunmer with a beard. It's like a Sideburns beard, too. The Legion Barracks, Fort Darius, the Death's Head Legion Garrison, and the Imperial Shrine lie to the southeast. Madak Trade House and the Siltstrider platform are south of the temple. Hetman Abul Mawiya's hut is southwest, close to the temple. An old Velothi tower lies under a natural arch to the northwest, built into the bluff. A well-marked road leads southeast to Aldrune. Punibi Yahaz offers Siltstrider service to Aldrune, Margon, and Kuhl from the Strider port overlooking the river gorge. The fishing villages of Ald Velothi and Kuhl lie to the north on the coast, but there's no direct or marked route. Excuse me. You just have to travel cross-country north to the coast. Ald Velothi is west of Kuhl, with the Daedric ruin of Ashal Mawiya in between. Yeah, you heard Mawiya! Blessed thou! Oh. Well, great. I didn't want to do this anyway. That's great. Thanks, Walrablarg. You just met a girl named Mawiya? Sounds like a keeper, RB. Blight storms are meant to carry diseases. They're the red ones. Okay, gotcha, Dreadnought. Yeah, well, that one must have been not so dangerous yet. I love the weather effects. It's really great to see them. I agree, Dreadnought. The world building actually is next to none, and I feel like having read the books, that is the best way to really appreciate it. Like, they're... Great thing. It's like, great, you added motion blur and bloom. Like, I mean, some bloom is great. In general, I think motion blur is not my favorite experience. Wow, amazing technology. How does it work? What does it do? I don't know. We just live amongst it. Thanks, technology. It brings us together. I think the lighting was set to be more like candlelight. Yeah. It, like in the original or in the or in that video. It does seem like the original was more like candlelight lighting. The textures are totally different. It might even be too far. Like, I think you need to, yeah. I don't know, it's just a taste thing. And so that's why I've loved our mod set, which is really just vanilla textures with just AI upscaled. They're not vanilla textures, but vanilla everything with AI upscaled textures. So here we are, we're in Gnisis. Fantastic to be here. Can't tell if that's like a kind of looking buggy out there. Anyway, something is out there. Howling in the distance. This comes up. So looking west, we have this river. So we have a river running east to west. And then sort of southeast of us, we have this structure. And that looks like east, there's a way out of town. And maybe we're kind of in like a little, there's like, the whole place is like, has a rim around it. Yeah, no, thank you, Twice Pipes, for sharing. It's super interesting. Yeah, I've seen, yeah, Bloom is really overdone. Yeah, Motion Blur is a curse. Yeah, genuinely a curse. Yeah, I agree. I didn't want to like rag too hard on it, but I really dislike it generally. And superfluous depth of field effects. Yeah, where it's like, where the camera just wants to focus on not even what you're looking at, but just like kind of stuff around what you're looking at, you know? Like, and it's just like constantly, like I can't even tell, like I can't tell if like, I don't know, it's just not how I want the game to look. Chortles. Yeah, it's lovely to have so many queens here. This is just Queen City. Okay, so we're under the Siltstrider platform. We're gonna search around here. Specifically, we have a quest. We have a quest to head east out of town. It's from the Almoners Guild of the Imperial Cult, Buckmyth Alms. Euless Troopter told me to solicit alms for the poor in Aldrune. No. Okay, well, I do want to do this, but that's actually not the one I wanted. No. Gathering muck. I'm sorry. We're here to gather muck. Bring Sinolian Tunifis 5 units of muck for cure common disease potions. A farmer in Gnisis, Abish Pulu Shand, has a muck sponge patch right near his hut, and Chaplain Ogrel at Fort Darius has cut a deal with Shand to gather muck there for free. While I'm in West Gash, look in on Chaplain Ogrel. Give him 4 restore health potions and ask him if he'll teach me a few tricks. So at Fort Darius. So we need to make our way to Fort Darius after this, which we don't have direct directions to. I assume that's the thing we see to the southeast. But before we do that, we're going to talk to people here in Gnisis. Yeah, so good to see you, KQ. I hope you're having a great weekend. Without technology, my ability to use Excel would be useless. Yeah. Yeah, what would you do in a non-tech if you couldn't work with technology movie? Abishpulu Shand. Wait, are you the guy? Amazing. Okay. Yes, you come from... Small world. You come from Sinolian, yes? For muck, you know the muck sponge, yes? Outside my door, fat, whitish bulbs like big pots, yes? You get for yourself, take what you need, no problem. Okay. Okay, great. No technology, yeah, what do you do? No technology. Maybe that's like... Maybe I need to like specify it to a certain level of technology. I can't actually talk to him. I guess I need to get the muck first. Or the muck sponge. So muck is pretty valuable, huh? I guess. Apparently I just get it. Is this it? Am I gonna hit it? God, the guy just grows this shit. Yo, hey Plain True, welcome. We beat a Mario level. This is the muck sponge? You get for yourself. Take what you need. No problem. Okay. Okay.
Outlander.
A little bit of depth of field goes a long way. I guess we wield our dwarven sword and we...
Outlander.
It causes too much eye strain for you. Yeah, I agree. Largely. Full screen motion blur is a massive accessibility concern. What? Okay. Perhaps that is not where Abishpulu lives. Perhaps... Where do you live? No, not you, Hinob. Did I lose him? Where do you live? Oh, is it over here? Over here. Okay, like pots. Makes a little more sense. But I still understand the saying, it's all grist for the mill.
Masera.
Presumably. Avatar. Movie. Do I have a windmill? Yeah, this is like a terrible hypothetical. I need to noodle on it. Let's say your level of technology is pegged at the turn of the 1800s. Whatever that means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. How much does this stuff weigh? This muck? I thought we picked up 4. I just don't see it. Okay, it's at least alphabetical, so it's look for M. Muck, 7. Oh, we have 7. It weighs 0.1. It doesn't weigh that much at all. What are its properties again? Detect key. It's kind of interesting. Well, anyway, we got plenty. I think that 7 is good. Okay, so maybe we can talk to him now. Once you go to grad school, you won't waste time on grist for the mill. You'll just say vicissitudes. Oh. I want to talk to this person, but I can't actually talk to him because we have the quest. Interesting. Is this music about the Dovahkiin? Did it mean Dragonborn in this game? I think the music just has very similar vibes. Is what I would unscientifically say. Hey Fortishnik, welcome. I guess I'd be a farmer. I guess that's a pretty good answer. Okay, so we're in Gnisis. We want to explore Gnisis. I need to go to Fort Darius to talk to this person to actually be done with this quest. But before we go to Fort Darius, we're gonna explore Gnisis.
Any time now.
Yeah, let's get on with that. This is in the barracks. Cool. Looks like we have some reading materials. Yeah, I think they just took the music and just put it in. Yeah, or maybe they re-recorded some of it.
Friend.
Welcome to Gnisis, iios. I'm Alien Carbo. Are you? Can I help you find someone in particular, or are you just looking for a little advice from a local? Okay, someone in particular. Drora is Gnisis temple priestess. Oh my god. Okay. Drora is Gnisis temple priestess. Hetman Abomawiya is village hetman. General Darius leads the Death's Head Legion garrison at Fort Darius. Optio Balogra, an orc, is Death's Head Legion's camp prefect. Thanos Madak runs the Madak trade house. A renegade Telvanni wizard, Baladas Dem Nevani, lives in Arv Strelen, the old Viloth tower. Services. In the center of the village, try the merchants outside the temple, or see Drora at the temple for temple services. Get Imperial Legions and Imperial Cult services at Fort Darius east of the village. Madak is the publican at Madak's trade house here in the village. Optio Balogra, he's here somewhere, check around. Drora. Drora is our local priestess over at the Gnisis temple. She heals and trains the temple faithful for a fee. She's Induril, a great house traditionally linked to the new temple cult, but not a snob or prig like most Indurils. A lot of people push for a cinematic appearance even when it comes down to duplicating the incidental flaws that appear in movies. I agree. I think something about this depiction in Morrowind feels less cinematic, for lack of a better term. I pray I'll have such vocabulary someday. Yeah, you just get an apprenticeship for 12 years, Avatar movie, and then maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Little advice: since you're here, you should take a look at the Mask of Vivek. Oh, cool. Ask Drora at the temple to tell you the story behind the Mask of Vivek. Vivek's ash mask is a holy relic displayed within the shrine of the Gnisis temple. Pilgrims travel from all over Morrowind to view this sacred artifact. Latest rumors. It's the law of Morrowind. Slavery is legal. The Empire doesn't like it, but the Emperor signed the armistice, and that made it legal for the Dunmer to retain their ancient laws and customs. Now there's some abolitionists who say, to hell with the law, slavery is wrong. I'm not saying I disagree in theory, but it's the law. Join the Imperial Legion. We could use a few recruits here in the Death's Head Legion garrison. See General Darius. Okay, we need to do that. Imperial Cult. I'm proceeding under the assumption that I can join every group, and mostly many of the quests will not conflict with each other. Some of them I think will, but not all of them. The Gnisis Imperial Cult Shrine is in Fort Darius at the far east edge of town. The altar there cures disease and poison. Chaplain Ogrol is the cult healer for the Death's Head Legion garrison, but he also serves the civilian populace as well. Every Elder Scrolls theme is a variation on a central song. Was the music of Daggerfall, or did Arena have much music? Just carried the music through the games like Final Fantasy did, yeah. Glad we stepped away from mechanical lens flare, yeah. I honestly don't even mind, like, unnaturally sharp graphics. To me, that's great. I don't mind, I like that. That feels great. Not to say that, like, highly stylized graphics don't do a great job, but it's a taste thing. Hetman Abomawiya, the Velothi Dunmer. Hetman Abomawiya is the village hetman and village steward for Halaran Ramoran, Redoran Master, Counselor, Lord of Gnisis. Gnisis Temple. Gnisis Temple is the only shrine in Gnisis. Pilgrims visit the temple to pray before the Mask of Vivek, a holy relic. The temple maintains a hostel for pilgrims and travelers, and provides the other services common at any small shrine. Gnisis. Gnisis is a small agricultural village on the Uwada Samsi, with a prosperous little egg mine. We sit on the caravan route to Aldrune with Sildstrider service, and traders come through here often. Like any small outland caravan village, it has a market, the Gnisis Temple, and a trade house, the Madak Trade House. Unlike most outland villages, there's a Death's Head Legion garrison in Gnisis, and pilgrims come to see the Mask of Vivek at the Gnisis Temple, Fort Darius. The Empire built a fort near Gnisis village with the help of House Redoron. They named this fort after the garrison's commander, General Darius. Igmine. It's up on the hill on the east side of town. Careful in there, the Kwama Queen has been blighted. They're only letting miners in. You're not a true scholar until you learn to communicate so well no one can understand you. Yeah, it's true, fanciness. Darius is our Imperial Legion commander here in the Death's Head Legion garrison. You can find him downstairs at the Medoc Trade House. Oh, great. Okay, we're going to find him. If art isn't opaque and inaccessible, it's a waste of time. Yeah, you tell him, Delta. Barracks. The barracks is an ancient Velothi building adapted for use as a barracks by the local Death's Head Legion garrison, Baladas. He keeps to himself, has his food and supplies delivered to the door. He's been a good neighbor, quiet and no trouble. Old Velothi. It's directly north of here along the coast. Background. I am Alian Karba, warrior and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Great. Hi. Or Oricius Morrow. How's it going? Yeah, miners. Yeah, with the E. Only the young. Only the children can go into the caves. We only send the youth there. Latest rumors. Yes, I've heard what Bilsa Andaram has been saying. Of course, there are smugglers on the West Gash coast. When was that ever news? Darius. Darius is the commandant of the Death's Head Legion garrison here. It can't be easy keeping the peace between his human and orc troopers, but his men all speak well of him. Baladas. He's a rogue Telvanni wizard. Came here over 20 years ago and set himself up in Arv's Drillend, the abandoned Velothi tower on the northwest edge of town. Man, this game is so sick. No offense, but like, I'm at this point in the game, like, there's so many different kind of like groups of people, for lack of a better word. There's so many factions, so to speak, you know? And all of them like have these these very fully fleshed out, in text at least, motivations and like histories, sort of, that like add additional layers of tension, I think, to the story. Oh, the jokes I'm not going to make out of that one. Yeah, thank you for your restraint. I love that. Yo, look at this purple,
say your words.
Like, dress you have on. I love it. Close the door. All right, dumb buck, Grobalok. It's that close to being dumb fuck. Welcome, iios. I'm Dumbbuck Grobalok. You're in the village of Gnisis. If you're a pilgrim, you're probably looking for the Mask of Vivek at the Gnisis temple. Otherwise, I can help you find what you were looking for. Wow. Oh my gosh. Dumbbuck is quite a name. Yeah. You knew a Dumbbuck once, Rod Dongerson? Yeah. Did you ever lend him any money? Yeah, holy moly. I assume these aren't randomized. Not really. Love to see the Mask of Vivek at the nicest temple. Yeah, I can't wait, Fullerina. I actually can't wait. Just tonight I did jargon a friend of mine out of context when explaining some improv stuff to him. Boy, I bet he felt small, and you know, I bet you made that person feel really little. Movie. Sweet. Valenwood. Valenwood is a large, uninhabited forest wilderness. The coasts of Valenwood are dominated by mangrove swamps and tropical rainforests, while heavy rainfalls nurture the temperate inland rainforests. The Bosmer live in timber clan houses at sites scattered along the coast and through the interior, connected only by undeveloped foot trails. The few imperial roads traversed vast, dense woodlands, studded with tiny, widely separated settlements, and carry little trade or traffic of any kind. iios, improv is for sharing. You know, I love that for you. And for all of us, I guess. Uriel Septim. The current emperor is Uriel Septim, Uriel the 7th, 24th of the Septim dynasty. The emperor is over 80 and in poor health. He has 2 declared heirs, Enmin and Ebel, but there is some controversy over the succession in the imperial city. You knew a Dumbbuck, Rod Dongerson. You know, I'm just playing the cards dealt to me, KQ. Okay, I didn't choose this name. I didn't choose that chatter. Okay, they just came together. Just in glorious happenstance here on the iios channel. He was a nice guy, I guess. That's vague vague praise. Yeah, I love that. Somerset Isle. The Somerset Isle is a green and pleasant land of fertile farmlands, woodland parks, and ancient towers and manors. Most settlements are small and isolated, and dominated by ruling seats of the local wizard or warlord. The isle has a few good natural ports, and the natives are unwelcoming to foreigners, so the ancient chivalric high culture of the Aldmer is little affected by modern imperial mercantilism. Speechcraft. Speechcraft involves the allied arts of verbal communication, entertainment, and persuasion. A master of speechcraft understands the subtleties of language and teases meaning out of obscure mysteries. An entertainer with speechcraft skill knows how to move his audience, how to reinforce a tale's moral, and how to make a tale come alive for the listener. A diplomat or fast-talking con man can sway the judgments and emotions of a listener to achieve his own ends. Skyrim. Skyrim, also known as the Old Kingdom or the Fatherland, was the first region of Tamriel settled by humans from the continent of Atmora, the hardy, brave, warlike Nords, whose descendants still occupy this rugged land. Though more restrained and civilized than their barbarian ancestors, the Nords of the pure blood still excel in the manly virtues of red war and bold exploration. I'm really partial to Orange War myself. Yeah. Dumbuck Grobalok. Am I a joke to you? No, I would never. I respect orcs. And orcish names. Do you? Do you, Delta Rain?
Dumbuck Grodonga Edu. Dongronga Dillo. Hey come Meridol my darling. Goldberry Dumbuck Dudello.
And a Goldberry Dumbuck Dudello to you too, Delta Rain. And yeah, Dumbuck knows a thing or two about, the oral arts. My trade. I'm a knight. In the West, you need a horse and land to be a knight, but here we have no horses, and all you need is good armor, good weapons, and the skill to use them. I prefer to fight with axes and shields. Since I live by my weapons, I have to pay careful attention to local feelings about killing and murder, what's right and what's wrong. Shields. The two basic shield styles are the standard shield and the much larger and heavier tower shield. Use the bigger shield if you have the strength and endurance. Different materials are heavier, but your actual effectiveness with the shield depends on your skill in the light, medium, or heavy armored fighting styles. Morrowind. In Morrowind, homeland of the Dunmer peoples, is the northeasternmost province of the Tamrielic Empire. Most of the population is gathered in the high uplands and fertile river valleys of central Morrowind, especially around the inland sea. The island Vardenfell is encircled by the inner sea and is dominated by the titanic volcano Red Mountain and its associated ash wastelands. Most of the island's population is confined to the relatively hospitable west and southwest coast. Law in Morrowind. Morrowind is governed under imperial law and under the law and customs of the Dunmer Great Houses. Killing and murder. Just, making conversation. According to imperial custom, killing is justifiable in war, self-defense, defense of property, and affairs of honor. Other killings are murder and punishable by fines and compensation, or by punitive labor. Imperial provinces. The Empire of Tamriel encompasses the 9 imperial provinces: Skyrim, High Rock, Hammerfell, Somerset Isle, Valenwood, Elsewhere, Blackmarsh, Morrowind, and the ancient imperial province itself, Cyrodiil. Morrowind was among the last of the provinces to be integrated into the Empire, and because it was added by treaty and not by conquest, Morrowind retains exceptional power to define local law by reference to ancient Great House precedents. High Rock. High Rock encompasses the many lands and clans of the Greater Brittany, the Delis Isles, the Beol-Sac River tribes, and by tradition, the Western Reach. The rugged highland strongholds and isolated valley settlements, hey Valkol, welcome, have encouraged the fierce independence of the various local Breton clans, and this contentious tribal nature has never been completely integrated into a provincial or imperial identity. Nonetheless, their language, bardic traditions, and heroic legends are a unifying common legacy. Hammerfell. Hammerfell is primarily an urban and maritime province, with most of its population confined to the great port and trade cities. The interior is sparsely populated, with small poor farms and beast herds. The Redguard love of travel, adventure, and the high seas has dispersed them as sailors, mercenaries, and adventurers in ports of call throughout the Empire. Hey ho, merry doll, grumbuckadillo. Oh, amazing. Is that that one character from Lord of the Rings? God, what's his face? He will carry it to the volcano for you. Show Dumbuck your ring of power. You know, he does seem trustworthy. This is a knight, okay? Dumbuck Grow Balak is a knight. He could save the whole world if only he gave a hoot to do more than play in his woods. I don't know if he can trust this Dumbuck guy. I mean, your Dumbuck was a nice guy, Rod Dongerson, so, you know. Elsewhere, the Khajiit of the southern Elsewhere jungles and river basins are settled city dwellers with ancient mercantile traditions and a stable agrarian aristocracy based on sugarcane and salt rice plantations. The nomadic tribal Khajiit of the dry northern wastes and grasslands are, by contrast, aggressive and territorial tribal raiders periodically united under tribal warlords. While the settled South has been quick to adopt imperial ways, the northern nomadic tribes cling to their warlike barbarian traditions. Yeah, I forgot the name of Tom Bombadil, full arena, I admit. Bright blue his jacket is. You know, Tom Bombadil is like a ghost or something. Like, Tom Bombadil creeps me out. You know, Tom Bombadil comes in the night. Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is the cradle of human imperial high culture on Tamriel. It is the largest region of the continent, and most is endless jungle. The imperial city is in the heartland, the fertile Nibene Valley. The densely populated Central Valley is surrounded by wild rainforests, drained by great rivers into the swamps of Argonia and Topol Bay. The land rises gradually to the west and sharply to the north. Between its western coast and its central valley are deciduous forests and mangrove swamps. Blackmarsh. Most of the native Argonian population of Blackmarsh is confined to the great inland waterways and impenetrable swamps of the southern interior. There are few roads here, and most travel is by boat. The coasts in the northwestern upland forests are largely uninhabited. For ages the Dunmer have raided Blackmarsh for slaves. Though the Empire has made this illegal, the practice persists, and Dunmer and Argonians have a long-standing and bitter hatred for one another. Hey ho, Rod Donger do. Hey ho, Mary do. Wrong Donger do. He's just above everything. I mean, he fucks a river. Yeah, he's like, right? The river is like his like side piece. Isn't that true? I read a blog post that was theorizing that Tom Bombadil was the actual big bad of the whole, you know, Lord of the Rings, the whole shebang. All along, it was actually Tom fucking Bombadil, okay? You should read it. That's hot. Oh yeah, it was good. It was like, people, yeah, there was some discourse, let me tell you. Pour one out for the rainforest, Cyrodiil we lost. Yeah, R.I.P. Surtaya. Like, I kind of like read this and I'm like, these places sound awesome. And instead, what do you get in Cyrodiil? You get like, it's just like a temperate, it's just like kind of, to be honest, I played a decent amount of Oblivion and I don't have it like super distinct memories of any of the areas. But I just remember kind of like temperate sort of forest and river in Oblivion. He can't be evil. His boots are yellow, iios. Oh, whoops. My bad. This is some Darth Jar Jar level storytelling. I'm serious. Google it. Google it. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, he fucks a river. Like, what? It's a river spirit, to be specific, KQ. Yeah. Yeah, good berries a river, yeah. It was given away in those scenes when Sauron was all like, hey, oh, Mary do. It's Sauronadillo. Hey, Ronger Goldberry dough. Yeah. It does sound fake as fuck. Oh, excuse me. It does sound fake as fuck. Yeah, and then movie says, KQ, wake the fuck up. He fucks a river. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Casey Stone. Holy shit, okay. Let's get through this text we've read 10 times already. There are few roads here, and most travel is by boat. The coasts and the northwestern upland forests are largely uninhabited. For ages the Dunmer have raided... Yeah, we've read this. The practice persists, and Dunmer and Argonians have a long-standing and bitter hatred for one another. Affairs of honor. Native Dunmer and Imperials alike recognize a noble's obligation to answer a challenge of honor. Axes. Only 2 types of axe are common here, the one-handed war axe and the two-handed battle axe. Use the war axe with a shield, or use the two-handed battle axe for maximum effect. No dual wielding? No dual wielding? Dumbbuck does not meet the Twitch community guidelines? Whoops. Morrowind against iios. You heard it here. Okay, we've got some papers. The locked room. Okay. Have we seen this? We have not. Dun, dun, dun! Okay. Is my mic loud? Let me know if my mic is too loud tonight. I like... You've gained knowledge from this book. Your security skill increased to 26. Can we do a poll about Rod Dongerson, Austin? Yeah, do a test. Let's find out. Reminder that Sauron is a werewolf and also the Prince of Cats. I should really read the Silmarillion. Oh, is that where it talks about Sauron being a twink? Interesting. Well, there we go. Yeah. The Locked Room by Porbert Littomley. Yana was precisely the kind of student her mentor Arthkamu despised. The professional amateur. He enjoyed all the criminal types who were his usual pupils at the stronghold. From the common burglar to the more sophisticated blackmailers, children and young people with strong career ambitions, which the art of science of lockpicking could facilitate. They were always interested in simple solutions, the easy way, but people like Yana were always looking for exceptions, possibilities, exotica. For pragmatists like Arthkamu, it was intensely vexing. The Red Guard maiden would spend hours in front of a lock, prodding at it with her wires and picks, flirting with the key pins and driver pins, exploring the hull with a sort of casual fascination that no delinquent possesses. Long after her fellow students had opened their test locks and moved on, Yana was still playing with hers. The fact that she always opened it eventually, no matter how advanced the lock it was, irked Arthkamu even further. You were making things much too difficult, he would roar, boxing her ears. Speed is of the essence, not merely technical know-how. I swear, if I put the key to the lock right in front of you, you'd still never get around to opening it. Austin, I do not say this lightly. Dumbbuck deserves your respect and is not a little joke. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you tell him. You lay down the law, movie. Not even Austin is above the law. The iios law. Yana would bear Arthkamu's abuse philosophically. She had, after all, paid him in advance. Speed was doubtless an important factor for the picker, trying to get somewhere he wasn't supposed to go with the city guard on patrol behind him. But Yana knew it wouldn't apply to her. She merely wanted the knowledge. Yeah, likely story, Austin. Y'all are bullies. Dumbbuck survived this chat. Arthkamu did everything he could think of to encourage Yana to move faster. She seemed to perversely thrive on his physical and verbal blows, spending more and more time on each lock, learning its idiosyncrasies and personality. Finally, he could bear it no longer. Very late one afternoon, after Yana had dawdled over a perfectly ordinary lock, he grabbed the girl by her ear and dragged her to a room in the stronghold, far from the other students, an area they had always been forbidden to visit. The room was completely barren. Wait, okay. Name of this NPC, Survived Bullies. Yeah, bullies like the poll creator. Tut, tut, tut. The room was completely barren, except for one large crate in the center. There were no windows and no other doors except for the one leading in. Arthkamu slammed his student against the crate and closed the door behind her. There was a distinct click of the lock. Dumbbuck and Dumbbucker. That's good, actually. Austin. This is the test for my advanced students. He laughed behind the door. See if you can escape. Yana smiled and began her usual slow process of massaging the lock, gaining information. After a few minutes had gone by, she heard Arthkamu's voice again call out from behind the door. Perhaps I should mention that this is a test of speed. You see the crate behind you. It contains a vampire, ancient, who has been locked in here for many months. It is absolutely ravenous. In a few minutes' time, the sun will have completely set, and if you have not opened the door, you will be nothing but a bloodless husk. It's really smutty movie. I'm glad I'm not the only one picking up on it. There's all kinds of innuendo flying around. Arthkamu wants to fuck Yana, all right, and that's a fact. She's not really the lock-picking lawyer, is she? No, she's like a lock-picking, like, some kind of, like, fetishist. She's some kind of lock-picking fetishist, as far as I can see. Yana considered only for a moment whether Arthkamu was joking or not. She knew he was an evil, horrible man, but to resort to murder to teach his pupil? The moment she heard a rustling in the crate, any doubts she had were erased. Ignoring all her usual explorations, she jammed her wire into the lock, thrust the pegs against the pressure plate, and shoved the door open. Arthkamu stood in the hallway beyond, laughing cruelly. So now you've learned the value of fast work. Yana fled from Arthkamu's stronghold, fighting back her tears. He was certain that she would never return to his tutelage. But he considered that he had taught her at last a very valuable lesson. When she did return the next morning, Arthkamu registered no surprise, but inside he was seething. "I'll be leaving shortly," she explained quietly, "but I believe I've developed a new type of lock, and I'd be grateful if you'd give me your opinion of it." Arthkamu shrugged and asked her to present her design. "I was wondering if I might use the vampire room and install the lock. I think it would be better if I demonstrated it." Arthkamu was dubious, but the prospect of the tiresome girl leaving at last put him in an excellent and even indulgent mood. He agreed to give her access to the room. For all morning and most of the afternoon, she worked near the slumbering vampire, removing the old lock and adding her new prototype. Finally, she asked her old master to take a look. "Mercury has been in retrograde. Is everyone doing okay?" "I think so. Fingers crossed, KQ. I was like a little sick there, but so far, but I think like, you know, I feel like my chakras are just really bubbly. Once you get all of the sermons of Vivek, you should go through them all again in order. You think this is funny? Sermons are crazy. We've only read like 2 so far, Dreadnought. But they've been like some of the wildest content. He studied the lock with an expert eye and found little to be impressed with. "This is the first and only pick-proof lock," Yana explained. "The only way to open it is to have the right key." Arthkamu scoffed and let Yana close the door, shutting him in the room. The door clicked and he began to go to work. To his dismay, the lock was much more difficult than he thought it would be. He tried all his methods to force it and found that he had to resort to his hated student's method of careful and thorough explanation. "I need to leave now," called Yana from the other side of the door. "I'm going to bring the city guard to the stronghold. I know that it's against the rules, but I really think it's for the welfare of the villagers not to have a hungry vampire on the loose. It's getting dark, and even though you aren't able to unlock the door, the vampire might be less proud about using the key to escape. Remember when you said, if I put the key to the lock right in front of you, you'd still never get around to opening it?" "Wait," Arthkamu yelled back. "I'll use the key. Where is it?" "Ring-a-dong, hop along, fall all a willow, down buck grow billow." Oh my god, look at all these votes. Holy shit. 70? Wrong do ron dong adillo. Saw wrong adillo. Oh my god. Oh, I love these. Yeah. Amazing. Somebody should make like I feel like we need to feed Tom Bombadil into like GPT-3, or feed Tom Bombadil into like, you know, Stable Diffusion, and like I feel like the saga, you know, nay, the epic of Tom Bombadil has only begun to be told. Yeah, slash poll, amazing. Delta Rain, polls are fun. Polls are another one of those fun features you can only use on your channel once you're an affiliate, unfortunately. But they are a lot of fun. I know. Trust me to find a way to angle every single thing back towards Delta underscore Rain being an affiliate. Yeah, the affiliate peer pressure here is unspeakably dense. I'm sorry. I take it back. You're perfect the way you are. But there was no reply. Only the sound of footfall disappearing down the corridor. Thank you, Dreadnought. Arthkamu began to work. I'm like, the no video alerts are growing on me, actually. I actually felt compelled just to mention that it's one thing you can't use on the Delta Rain channel, I guess. FYI, just FYI. It is kind of fun though. Arthkamu began to work harder on the lock, but his hands were shaking with fear. With no windows, it was impossible to tell how late it was getting to be. Were minutes that were flying by, or hours? He only knew that the vampire ancient would know. Hey Oscar, it's good to see you. And also, yeah, thank you again, Dreadnought, for the follow. The tools could not stand very much twisting and tapping from Arthkamu's hysterical hands. The wire snapped in the keyhole. Just like a student, Arthkamu screamed and pounded on the door, but he knew that no one could possibly hear him. It was while sucking in his breath to scream again, he heard the distinct creak of the crate opening behind him. That's actually really cool. I didn't realize there are no ads on the Delta Rain channel. That's amazing. One thing at a time, Heatender. It's kind of asking, like, what am I gonna have for lunch next February? I don't know. We'll find out then. All I know is that between now and then, we'll be playing Morrowind. Yeah, it's a big old maybe. No, I wanna make clear my intention actually is to stop peer pressuring friends of the stream into being affiliates. I'm sorry. It's a compulsion, but actually, what do you think you'll want for lunch next February? That's a great question, Dreadnought. Probably a sandwich. Yeah, most days, sandwich. I think mod does mean you don't get ads too, probably. That would kind of make sense. But I want to make clear I'm actually intending to not be emphasizing and you know, like being like, you should get affiliate. So I'm trying to shut up about it. I'm sorry, I'm still saying it sometimes, but I actually don't want to be putting on any pressure in regards to that. Because it's not something that is right for everybody or that everybody should do or even wants to do. The vampire ancient regarded the master locksmith with insane hungry eyes and flew at him in a frenzy. Before Arthkamu died, he saw it. On a chain that had been placed around the vampire's neck while it had been sleeping was a key. Oh, twist. Yo, is this a supportive culture in here? I hope so. Rod Dongerson. I want what people want for themselves. As much. No, what? Wow, not a supportive culture? Oh God, what a question. Yeah. Is it? It seems like an easy one. We try. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess it depends on the context. Wow, look at all these iOS mods. Mask off. Jeez. Ignore them. Don't pay attention to them, Rod Dongerson, okay? We support things and people and things. It is, but wow. Toxic chat. Toxic mods in here tonight too. What? What? No, it is try. Now. Don't start bopping messages. How dare you mock my typo? I agree. You know, Avatar was telling me over modded chat. So which mod should we remove? What mod gets cut? Should be like Survivor, but for moderators. You know, and each day, you know, we vote off. One person gets immunity. There's a competition element, and then they have to vote
I'm listening.
each other off. Moderator, Survivor. Yeah, because clearly they're drunk with power, just absolutely drunk. Rod, please don't move me off the island. Yeah, too late. I'm just peeking. I actually would like a silver something. Supportive of Dumbuck. Yeah, go you, Fallerina. No, yeah, it's very supportive. Heat Under, we'll keep... Here's the truth, Heat Under. We'll play this. We'll play the fucking hell out of Morrowind, and then I would love... It would be fun to do a thorough Oblivion playthrough, but I feel compelled to vary the content on the channel. And so I will probably embark on a different journey. And maybe in 5 years, maybe within the next 5 years, we'll play Oblivion. Or Skyrim. I would love to play Skyrim. But... we just gotta see. One, you know, I need a hook. What's my hook? Hey, Optio Belogra, am I looking for you? No, I'm looking for somebody else, but somebody else mentioned you. This is Gnisis, iios, just a little mining village on a trade route. I'm Optio Belogra. Is there something specific I can help you with, or are you just looking for a little advice? Optio Belogra, I keep a watchful eye so don't cause any trouble. Sky Oblivion, that would be really cool, for example.
You ignored this amazing joke I made, so I'm sing it. Having built a world, how dare you bop our dongerson.
Oh no, thank you for re-upping that, Delta. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's so much. Y'all are popping off. Holy Jesus. How am I ever going to read my stories with y'all popping off this much? God, I love a good sandwich. I haven't had a good sandwich, like a really good sandwich in like a hot minute. Take a look, it's in the book. I don't know the melody. Okay, I have to search how this melody is. Because I have no idea what it's supposed to be like. Okay. Reading Rainbow, take a look, it's in a book. Okay. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. Rainbow. Wow. I feel like we really need like to clip part of this as like a thing whenever we find a book. Amazing. Okay. That helps. That context helps. That's not what you told. I vehemently do not want survivor drama and politics. Oh, no worries. Oh no. Yeah, we're just brainstorming. There's no judgments in brainstorming, Austin. Fighters Guild. You'll find Fighters Guild chapters in Balmora, Aldrune, Wolverine Hall, and Streath Mara, and the Foreign Quarter in Vivec. Training. Okay. Okay. I feel... Okay, this is actually the end. I think we went to the right. Let's go to the left. Memories. Okay, this is like an eating area. How about straight through? This is another small room with a chest and a trapdoor to the barracks. 75 lock. It's locked. You know what? Okay, so we're gonna take advantage of our innate skill. Actually, it's based, I think, on our birth sign. And we cast it, and we unlock the chest. Amazing. Yo, Audrey enjoys. Yo, thank you. Yo, welcome. Hey, Oscar. Hey, little Harley.
Audrey enjoys Radio's channel.
Thank you so much.
87 friends.
None of my visual alerts, none of them are working, so you only have me. You just have me doing this. Hey, Audrey, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream is great. I think Final Fantasy X, eh? Final Fantasy X. You know, honestly, when I was a kid and I saw that Blitzball cutscene in Final Fantasy X, I fell in love. I was like, this is it. This is gaming. A steel spark scythe is really good. It's heavy though. We can carry it though. I just need to not sell it here. Well, welcome everybody. Yeah, I hope you had a fantastic time with FFX. With Titus. That's how he pronounces his name in the game, right? I always used to say Titus, but I feel like it's actually Titus. And the ha. Yeah, that part, sorry. That part. The laughing makes sense in context. Yeah, I know. It's like they're like forced laughing kind of. And is even cute. I'm not disagreeing. Well, welcome. We're playing an old game called Morrowind. We're playing it in kind of a funny way. This game is actually the prequel to Oblivion, which is the prequel to Skyrim. Show me silver. Show me silver. Okay. And we've been very slowly crawling our way all over this game. It was such a fun game. Nice, nice. Glad you enjoyed it. And in our process, we're just, we're just talking to everyone about everything. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. What are the options? Fake as heck butterfly. Butterbongadillo. Yeah, somebody's stacking these poles. Yo, hey, Sizzle, welcome. Hi, I was handsome. Hi, Vertilvius Sinus. I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? I bet this must be contextual based on what we're wearing. It's kind of cool that they're like, holy shit, look at this person. Check out these digs. Hey, Variant Angius. Okay, we've talked to these people about everything they have to talk about. Are you General Darius? No.
Let's hear it.
Strillion Macro. Oh no. Who? What are you? Spell Sword and Trooper of the Imperial Legion? Where for the water world, Titus would make sense, but Ramaji would indicate Titus, yeah? Yeah. I'm all about those technically correct pronunciations. You were in a Tetris match? You 100% support Mod Survivor, and I already know who I would vote for. I could swear we've read these descriptions before. I could just swear we've read these descriptions before. I'm doing great, by the way, Love Harley. I'm doing really good. We played a Mario level tonight. We beat it. Feels good. We're slowly crawling our way through Morrowind. Feels great. Is this a pigeon? I wish our video alerts worked, but at the same time, the more that we don't have them, the more I just enjoy. It's like even less context for what's going on. Vote for who gets unmodded first. Now, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm not even saying that's how Mod Survivor would work. Oh my god, Turtles, can we go take a walk and get firewood real quick? Yeah, likely story. It begins. A creature's willpower is its property of maintaining its purpose and identity in the face of, hey Cress, hardship and malign natural and supernatural forces. A creature with strong willpower is better able to resist the effects of hostile spells cast upon it. Vulnerability. Vulnerability spells make natural and supernatural creatures more vulnerable to magics, based on the elemental forces of fire, frost, magicka, poison, and shock, reducing the chances that a victim will avoid suffering the effects of all or part of a magical attack. The most common of these destruction spells are weakness to fire, weakness to frost, weakness to shock, weakness to magicka, and weakness to poison. Strength. A creature's strength is its property of efficiently lifting, carrying, and manipulating objects. A stronger creature can carry a greater weight of armor and equipment, and strike more powerful blows with hands and weapons. It would be T-Da in the JP version? Really interesting. The localization team opted for chaos. Mods get voted off one by one, and the last one left gets the stream. iios just retires, and yeah, I just sit back and enjoy the shambles. I've left my whole thing in. Speed. A creature's speed is the property of rapid physical articulation and body movements. A speedy creature is able to perform all physical actions, from equipping a weapon to running long distances in shorter periods of time. Personality. A creature's personality is its property of exciting the emotions of interest, trust, and loyalty in other creatures. For example, a creature with a powerful personality is more able to persuade and influence other creatures through speech, gesture, and demeanor. Magicka. A creature's magicka is a measure of its reserves of supernatural energies. Spellcasting creatures expend supernatural energies from their reservoirs when they create magical effects. This reservoir is replenished by resting and by other arcane methods. Mages Guild. The Mages Guild is a professional organization chartered by the Emperor to promote study of the arcane arts, and it's where you go to find wizards for hire. Training, goods, and services are cheaper for members, and the guild stewards know where to find work. If you're thinking of making wizardry your profession, you should join and work your way up the ranks. Look for guild halls in Balmora, Aldrune, Wolverine Hall in Streath Mara, and the Foreign Quarter in Vivec. Luck. A creature's luck is its property of aligning itself with the most subtle currents of fate and destiny. This is the most subtle of fundamental attributes and can only be judged by observation of the favorable and unfavorable outcomes of a creature's actions over a long period of time. Intelligence. A creature's intelligence is its property of reasoning, analysis, and retention of facts and experience. Other than its critical utility, can you explain facts? Other than its critical utility in problem solving, this property is most important for the comprehension and manipulation of the arcane forces associated with magic, and creatures with high intelligence are proven to have greater capacity to cast larger and more powerful spell effects. Yeah, excuse me, General, can you explain speed to me? I know, you know, this guy's just really into the fundamentals. A creature's health is a measure of its capacity to withstand physical punishment. A creature with weak health succumbs easily to disease or injury, while a creature with exceptional health can endure or survive deadly diseases and injuries. Fundamental attributes. The 11 fundamental attributes of natural and supernatural beings are agility, endurance, fatigue, health, intelligence, luck, personality, speed, strength, willpower, magicka. Scholars and sages of the 6 magic colleges are familiar with these fundamental attributes from the works of the earliest Altmeri philosophers, and the concepts have been adopted by all other scholarly disciplines of imperial culture. Fatigue. A creature's fatigue is the measure of its capacity for extended physical exertion. The greater a creature's fatigue attribute, the longer it can run, swim, and fight. Endurance. A creature's endurance is its property of sustained expenditure of physical energy. Oh boy. And its resistance to bodily injury. A creature with greater endurance can withstand long periods of physical exertion without suffering from exhaustion, and is less likely to suffer permanent harm or death from disease or physical injuries. Elemental damage. Elemental damage spells injure natural and supernatural creatures with magics based on the elemental forces of fire, frost, shock, and poison. Here is a list of the most basic destruction spells. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, Gemma, for being one of dozens. I super appreciate your subscription. It's so great to have you. Enjoy your frog emotes. But I hope you're enjoying essentially the regurgitation of information you might normally find in like the manual. I sure do love manuals, you know. Here is a list of the most basic destruction spells representing all the fundamental classes of elemental damage. Effects. Flame, flame bolt, spark, spark bolt, shard, shard bolt, poison, and poison bolt. In general, these effects cause damage on touch or at range, and the dash bolt version is the ranged variant of the spell. Fascinating. Yeah, it's so good to have you. Disintegration. There are only 2 common disintegration spells, Weapon Eater and Armor Eater. Each causes the affected item to become worn and less effective. Neither can actually cause an item to cease to exist, but each can reduce its target's effectiveness so much that it becomes completely useless until repair. Destruction spells. There are many common variants of destruction spells, not to mention the countless custom versions created by ambitious spellcasters. There are so many different destruction spells that it helps to divide them into five different classes of effects: elemental damage, attribute draining, attribute damaging, vulnerability, and disintegration. Attribute draining. Attribute draining spells reduce the 11 fundamental attributes of natural and supernatural beings: agility, endurance, fatigue, health, intelligence, luck, personality, speed, strength, willpower, magicka. The reduction is only temporary, and the attribute returns to normal after the duration of the magical effect elapses. The most common of these destruction spells are clumsiness, distraction, exhaustion, gash, spirit, misfortune, spite, strain, temptation, torpor, weakness, and wound. Attribute damaging spells.
Too damn bad.
Never could a more appropriate alert be redeemed, Trappy. You're braining my damage. Oh. Have we read the manual yet? It's only 48 pages. Actually, no, Blarg, we should. The final book. The book to end all books. Attribute damaging spells actually destroy the 11 fundamental attributes of natural and supernatural beings. Agility, endurance, fatigue, health, intelligence, luck, personality, speed, strength, willpower, magicka. The victim's attributes are reduced permanently. The most common of these destruction spells are Curse Agility, Curse Endurance, Curse Fatigue, Curse Health, Curse Intelligence, Curse Luck, Curse Personality, Curse Speed, Curse Strength, Curse Willpower, and Curse Magicka. Wow, I feel like I'm fucking summoning a demon here. Okay, alteration spells. There are many common variants of alteration spells, not to mention the countless custom versions created by ambitious spellcasters. But here's a list of the most basic spells, representing all the fundamental classes of spell effects produced by this college. Water breathing, buoyancy, water walking, shield, fire shield, shock shield, frost shield, burden, feather, jump, slow fall, levitate, lock, and open. Hey Sebastian, yes, this does have the lusty Argonian maid. Is there a dark mode for this? I feel like I need to like be a better streamer and like capture this differently so I can like put it in like a lore appropriate context theme. No. If there's a dark mode, I would turn it on. Instead we get blasted in the eyes from time to time. Agility. A creature's agility is its property of coordination and mobility. For example, an agile creature is able to target its blows accurately and effectively. Well, thanks, Strillian. Thanks. Talk about Strillian really, you know, like mage-splained a lot of stuff to us just then.
Go ahead, stranger.
Constant. It's just incessant. It's just incessant. All right, that was the barracks. We found a book. Whoa, it's daytime. Yo, someone's walking up there. That's cool. I don't see... There's supposed to be a mage's tower in the northwest of town, but I don't see it yet. Okay, so this, I guess, is a house, but... Why do you stand... If that's your house, why do you stand over here, dude? Outside your door? Why are you over here, then? The barracks is there. I guess, is this his house? Why does he stand under there? It's like the time the comedian Andy Kaufman went on stage and read the entire book, The Great Gatsby, to his audience, except 250 times longer. Yes, that's a good thing, right, Grass? R.I.P. users, Olaf says. Okay, we're at the trade house. This is good, by and large. Hey, Urtius Fulbinus. Optio Belogra. Optio Belogra is the camp prefect of the Death's Head Legion garrison at Fort Darius. He's a tough and violent orc, not clever or polished, but nonetheless an effective and respected officer. Darius. He's here. Check his office on the lower level. Okay, we really want to find him, because he'll let us join the military. You know. You talk to the night away, learning about such thrilling topics as health, and even more fundamental ones, like knowledge and facts. Hello, Asha Amu Kutabani. West Gash. The herds of the Ashlanders of Urshalaku camp graze in the sparse but hardy highland vegetation of the West Gash. Visiting an Ashlander camp. If an Ashlander gives you permission to enter a Khan or Wise Woman's yurt, you are welcome, but enter a Khan or Wise Woman's yurt without invitation, and the whole tribe may attack you. Urshalaku Camp. The Ashlander Urshalaku tribe is a permanent settlement at Urshalaku Camp on the northern coast of Vardenfell, north of Margon Village. Shiogorad. Dagon Fell is the only settlement reached by ship services. All other island-to-island transport must be provided by the traveler. Ring of the Wind. Great. He's a Dunmer scout. We needed to talk to a Dunmer scout. This is sick, actually. This advances our quest. Perhaps I can help you with the Oracle's riddle. Namu, or No Name, is a cavern in the wildlands of Suna Gardan. Its east-facing entrance is west-northwest from the Daedric ruin Yansuramas. At the heart of the cavern is a great high chamber, flooded with a central spire rising from the water. The water around the bottom of the spire might be the ring of water and darkness from the Oracle's vision. Okay, we did know that. We got the same information from the Dunmer Savant, but that's cool. Mabragash. The manifestation of the Mabragash's dark power is called a ghost snake that paralyzes and drains a victim's vitality. Curse stream, no. Cool is a tiny fishing village on the northern coast of the West Gash. Make the color cells sort of aged scroll yellow, perhaps. Okay, let's do it. Okay. It's gonna fuck up all my shit, though. Avatar. It's gonna fuck up all my shit. If I do this, I'm gonna overwrite all my beautiful green rose. I hate it. It's terrible. Okay. No, I can look at it later. Caldera. Caldera is a recently chartered imperial town and mining corporation. The Caldera Mining Company has been granted an imperial monopoly to remove raw ebony from the rich deposits here. Caldera has the appearance and flavor of a West Imperial town. Blight diseases. You get blight diseases by fighting with diseased creatures. Normal creatures that get caught in blight storms can turn into ugly monsters. Balmora. The Imperial Legion garrison of Fort Moonmoth lies south of Balmora. Background. I am Asha Amu Kutabani, scout and spearman of the Imperial Legion. Ashlanders hate foreigners. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. Ashlander gifts. Thoughtful gifts are often exchanged between Ashlanders, traders, and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Ashlander customs. Among outcast Ashlanders, beware the Mabragash, renegade witch warrior women who practice dark magics. Ashlander courtesy. Be particularly careful when entering the yurts of Ashkans, tribal chiefs and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. Ashlander challenges. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Great. Alright, so we walk downstairs. This is the back of the stairwell. Okay, we have doors to the right. It's hard to make an Excel sheet feel like old high fantasy. I feel like I'm up to the challenge. We go to the right, we come upon a nice posh bedroom with Snaka Gro Marab. Nothing new to say, but you do have a book here. The annotated Anawag, which we have read. How about the other side? You got a stream of basketball results? Oh, really? Very strange. Maybe for like, I guess I get it. Maybe high fantasy is like a brand name or something. Okay.
Is there something I can do for
I will go straight. Change the font to papyrus? Great point. Yeah, we totally can. Yeah, just like that. Was that what you wanted? Nash Gro Kazor. I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along. Okay. One second. Hey, General. Okay, so that's that General. Okay. Howdy ho, General Darius.
Let's hear it.
Are you here to join the Imperial Legion? Darius. You're speaking to me. What do you want to know? Background. I am Darius, Knight and Knight Protector of the Imperial Legion. Yeah, let me join. Young lady, you got what we need here at the Imperial Legion. Do you want to join, or do you want to hear about what we're all about? Tell me about the Imperial Legion, sir. Your duties are to the Empire and to your commanding officers. In that order, carry yourself with dignity and uphold the law. You are the face of the Empire to the common man. Respect all members of the Imperial Legion. It is treasonous to fight or steal from other members. If you break these rules, you must speak with your recruiting officer, me, to redeem your standing. Do you swear to adhere to what I have stated? Yes, sir. You are now a recruit in the Imperial Legion. Welcome, iios. You'll have to stay in uniform, so take this chain cuirass. You better be wearing a Legion cuirass of some kind in the presence of a higher-ranking member. Take your orders from me and other knights, and your advancement through ranks will be swift if you meet the requirements. Join the Imperial Legion. iios, you are a recruit of the Imperial Legion. Don't you forget it. Orders. Yes, let's see. If you truly are loyal to your cause, our cause here in Morrowind, there's a little issue of a land deed here in Gnisis I want you to take care of. Land deed. Mon Salamat Vabdas died recently in the egg mine. He is survived by his wife, who now owns a parcel of land we could use for another dock. Talk to the widow Vabdas and get the deed to her land. Don't take no for an answer. Get me that land deed. Widow Vobdas. Her land is prime for our expansion plans here. Orders. Go get the Widow Vobdas's land deed. Imperial Legion. For the glory of Tiber Septim, you and I should be honored in its service. Advancement. You can fight with the best of them, but you don't seem to understand how to follow orders. Okay, do I really have to wear this dumb thing? I don't want to wear this fucking thing. I have to haul around. 21 fucking pounds of bullshit. I can't. I'm over encumbered. Dude, I can't even move with this bullshit. It's literally, okay, this is literally, I'm standing here like, and he like, shrunk and like hands me this like thing that is so big I can't do anything with it. Can I do this? Okay, I'm saving. I just put it, I set it on the ground. Okay, for a second. Yeah, whatever. No one made you join the fucking dork squad, iios. I wanted to. Brief history of the Empire we have read. The Alchemist's Formulary. We have read Death Blow of Abernonit. We have not read. Brings us to 106 books. These people are dicks. Yeah, seriously. Okay, well, we're gonna like be nice. We're gonna go suss it out, okay? We're gonna suss it out. You have gained knowledge from this book. Your block skill increased to 32. It's a shame I haven't really seen a shield that even seems good. The Death Blow of Abernonit, with explains by the sage Geocrates Varnus. Someone check on Delta. Yeah. Kong Bongradillo, Diddle to Excel, Basketball, Live Basketball, Arillo. I really want to feed this to like GPT-3. I really do. Broken battlements and wrecked walls, where worship of the horror, one, once embraced. The bites of 50 winters, two, frost and wind, have cracked and pitted the unholy gates, and brought down the cruel, obscene spire. All is dust, all is nothing more than dust. The blood has dried, and screams have echoed out. Framed by hills in the wildest, forlorn place of Morrowind sits the barren bones of Abernonit. When thrice blessed Rangadil III first saw Abernonit, it burnished silver bright with power and permanence, a dreadful place with dreadful men to guard it, with fever-glassed eyes and strength through the horror. Rangadil saw the foes' number was far greater than the few ordinators and buoyant armigers he led, watching from the hills above with field and castle of death. While it stood, it damned the souls of people of Morrowind, accursed, iniquitous castle, Abernonit. The alarum was sounded calling the holy warriors to battle, to answer villainy shield with justice's spear, to steel themselves to fight at the front and be brave. Rangadil too grasped his shield and his thin ebon spear, and the clamor of battle began with a resounding crash to shake the clouds down from the sky. The shield wall was smashed and blood staunched the ground of the field, a battle like no other of Morrowind, to destroy the evil of Abernonit. The maniacal horde were skilled at arms for certes, but the three holy fists of Mother, Lord, and Wizard four pushed the monster's army back in charge after charge. Rangadil saw from above, urging the army to defend. Dagoth Thras 5, himself in pernicious tower spire. Oh, look, word of the day, Deltarune. And knew that only when the heart of evil was caught would the land e'er be truly saved. He pledged then by the temple and the holy tribunal of Morrowind to take the tower of Abernonit. In a violent push, the tower base was pierced, but all efforts to fell the spire came to naught, as if all the strength of the horror that held that one tower. That the stairwell up was steep and so tight that two warriors could not ascend it side by side. So single-filed the army clambered up and up to take the tower room and end the reign of one of the cruelest petty tyrants in the annals of Morrowind, Dagoth Thras of Abernanit. They awaited a victory cry from the first to scale the tower, but silence only returned, and then the blood, first only a rivulet, and then a scarlet course poured down the steep stairwell with a cry from above. Dagoth Thras is besting our army one by one. Rangadil called his army back, every ordinator and boy in armiger, and he himself ascended the stairs, passing the bloody remains of the best warriors of Morrowind to the tower room of Abernanit. Like a raven of death on its eyrie was Dagoth Thras, holding bloody shield and bloody blade at the tower room door. Every thrust of Rangadil's spear was blocked with ease. Every slash of Rangadil's blade was deflected away. Every blow of Rangadil's mace was met by the shield. Every quick arrow shot he could find no purchase, for the monster's greatest power was in his dread blessing that no weapon from no warrior found in all of— wait. No weapon from no warrior? Is that a double negative? Of Morrowind could pass the shield of Abernanit. As hour passed hour, Rangadil came to understand how his greatest warriors met their end with Dagoth Thras, for he could exhaust them all by blocking their attacks, and then, thus weakened, they were simply cut down. The villain was patient and skilled with the shield, and Rangadil felt even his own mighty arms growing numb, while Dagoth Thras anticipated and blocked each cut, and Rangadil feared that without the blessing of the Divine Three of Morrowind, he'd die in the Tower of Abernanit. Yeah, it's all basketball, all the way down. But he still poured down blows as he yelled, "Foe, I am Rangadil, a prince of the true temple, and I fought in many a battle, and many a warrior has tried to stop my blade and has failed. Very few can anticipate which blow I'm planning, and fewer, knowing that, know how to arrest the design. Rangadil, you say? Or have the strength to observe all of my strikes. Hey ho, merry doe, Rangadillo! There is no greater master of shield blocking in all of Morrowind than here in the Castle Abernanit. My foe, Dark Lord Dagoth Thras, before you slay me, I beg you, tell me how you know how to block." Wickedly proud, Dagoth Thras heard Rangadil's plea and decided that before he gutted the temple champion, he would deign to give him some knowledge for the afterlife, how his instinct and reflexes worked, and as he started to explain, he realized that he did not how he did it, and watched puzzled as Rangadil delivered what the tales of Morrowind called the death blow of Abernanit. 1. The horror refers to the Daedra prince Mehrunes Dagon. 50 Winters suggests that the epic was written 50 years after the siege of Abernanit, which took place in 3rd Era 150. Thrice blessed Rangadil is Rangadil Kettle, born 2nd Era 803, died 3rd Era 195. He was the commander of the Temple Ordinators, and thrice blessed by being blessed by the Tribunal of Gods. 4. Mother, Lord, and Wizard refers to the Tribunal of Almalexia, Vivec, and Sothasil. 5. Dagoth Thras was a powerful Daedra worshipper of unknown origin who declared himself the heir of the 6th house, though there is little evidence he descended from the vanished family. Okay, well. I don't know what to say about this Imperial Chain Cuirass. This is awkward. Very awkward. I don't know what to say about it. I always leave it. I guess I need to sell. I mean, if I sell this spark scythe I have, I can come back and pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna save, and then if you get pissy at me, I'm
There are many creatures beyond.
Okay, we're gonna come back. I need to go and launder some of my hard won prizes. Wait, where the hell does this go? This goes into like the kitchens? Hey, Utadak.
Yes.
Go free. You must find the keys to these bracers. So there's multiple people who are looking out for bracers so that they can free themselves. Interesting. Try not to give up on this whole high fantasy Excel thing, yeah. Inserting a spreadsheet in a crayon prompt, interesting.
What is this regarding, Outlander?
Okay, so do you buy anything? You at the bar?
Go ahead.
I like this bar setup.
I'm listening.
Hey, Finas Madoc, let's just barter for a second. Will you just buy this sword? I won't buy it. They just won't buy it. You won't buy these books either. What a dweeb. How about these potions? You buy some of these awful potions. As long as it isn't restore health. I need the restore health potions. He just doesn't buy anything. What the hell? Just ingredients? Okay. What do you have to have for sale? Lockpicks. Pillows. Just bottles. It's just junk. All your stuff is just junk. Okay, we're gonna have to go out of here before we can come back. Free that kitchen lizard. I just don't have the key. I just can't. Widow of Abdas. She lives in her hut just outside the village to the west along the river. Her husband died recently in the egg mine. It's a shame. My trade. I'm a thief. I was born to be a thief. I love to sneak around in rich people's houses and liberate their possessions. I enjoy puzzling out the security provisions on doors and chests, thrilling to the challenge and suspense of picking locks and disarming traps. And I've always had an interest in imperial law. Property rights, criminal justice, bribes, and graft. Me and the guards, we're old friends, and punitive labor isn't all that bad. Free food and board, fresh air, and good fellowship. Killing and murder. Unnecessary killing may be grounds for expulsion from the guild. Latest rumors. Bilsa Andaram said she heard a group of smugglers talking about a transshipment point in a cave up on the coast in the West Gash. All she could catch was that it was north of Coal Cave in the Odai River, and that it was near a natural bridge of rock that arched over the water. Cool. Little advice. Look, if you're the bloody-minded type, tries to complete every task a boss gives you, you're in for a world of hurt. Happens all the time. You breeze through a couple of jobs, then you hit one you can't budge. I can't tell you what to do, but me, I go find something else to do for a while. Sure, nobody likes to admit you can't do a job, but you brood over it, lie awake nights figuring out how you're gonna crack that nut. But patience and good sense is as important as blood and courage in this business. You miss thrift shopping? You gotta get back on that thrift. Yo, KQ, are you just gonna... I can't tell you what to do, but me, I go find something else to do for a while. Sure, nobody likes to admit you can't do a job. You brood over it, lie awake nights figuring out how you're gonna crack that nut. But patience and good sense is as important as blood and courage in this business. Kamana Tong. In Kamana Tong, the Kamana Tong are in direct competition with the Thieves Guild for control of illegal trade, and they have sworn to exterminate the upstart Outlander newcomers. Excuse me. Okay, and you have, like, nothing. Literally nothing that I want. How about you, Talms Drolor? You have nothing to say. You were out of uniform. Talk to me when you're serious. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My uniform is on the floor downstairs. Delta, stand behind me. Yeah. Join us, Delta. Oh, it's fine. Okay, maybe these people can sell to me. Yo, check out the shadow. This is good. Hey, Hanabi Zabinadas. Yeah, repair that. Okay, we're selling this flame scythe. Yo, Jink, thank you. Mandatory. Yo, check it. Check the mandatory gift sub. Take that. Good. What else can we sell? Bombs. 30 silver arrows. Big. Yeah, Jink, thank you so much. That's really, really so sweet of you. Kara May, enjoy your gift sub. Super appreciate it. We have literally an enchanted shirt. You don't buy those. We need that. We could probably sell we have a better belt now.
Super Jank 6 has an extra special
I love
video
that.
for us to watch Scully.
You only buy like hard armor, I guess. Well, that's fine by me. I love this. Thank you so much, Jank, for this here video. Cool. Great. Great, and you have nothing else to say to me. This is great. Because now we can turn around and go realistic. And yet this is like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, let's go pick up our uniform. Yeah, we will stop soon. We actually will stop soon.
Where's your uniform?
She said again. Okay. Well, yeah, my uniform is right here. I'm working on it. Don't yell at me. I hate my uniform. God, it sucks. Okay, great. There, I'm in uniform. You happy? Affairs of honor. A challenge of honor is a public declaration of a scandal against a private party. Only nobles fight duels, and the higher the rank, the stronger the obligation. Law in Morrowind. Conflicts of imperial and great house law are governed under the Treaty of the Armistice, which reserves most local government functions to the Dunmer Great House Councils. Killing and murder. Local custom permits killing in house wars when sanctioned by the state. So, it sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's medium armor. And I'm not actually well acquainted with, like, I guess we have a medium armor skill. I have the sense that there is a big difference mechanically between how light and medium armor work, even beyond just like how high our skill is.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to talk to, there's some person upstairs who might say something to me. We're just gonna tap these people. Any advice? Don't go poking around in the old Velothi Tower. The renegade Telvanni wizard Baladas Demnavani lives there, and he doesn't welcome visitors. Okay. Yo, make chat take a sip. There should be some sound that plays. Eventually. Anyway, yes, please, if you're in chat and you've been hanging out for the last 3 or 4 hours, you dry bitches, you get some water in you. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you've probably not had very much to drink, so this is my recommendation that you take a sip of whatever it is you're sipping. Morrowind lore. Marksman weapons include short bow, longbow, crossbow, throwing star, and throwing knife. Bows shoot arrows, crossbows shoot bolts. Little advice. They've sealed off the egg mine, only letting miners in, but there is a secret entrance from the riverbed. Yes, that's juicy advice. Yeah! Doing good things. Good things in this here channel, KQ. There's more shit to talk to this person about.
Drink. You get the idea.
Yeah, where is it? Why is it not working? Sorry if I'm annoyed is my feeling. That's how I feel. I feel annoyed that suddenly things are not cooperating. Oh, it's because I forgot to rename it. It's my fault. It's my fault. Okay, it still won't work though. Here, look, we'll save it. I have to refresh the cache. The stream is slowly falling apart live on stream. No, I'm better than this. Okay? It's just a regression, Chortles. It's a regression, okay? Damn it. I probably can't even do this. Okay, well, I need to wait for the cool. I hate that I have to wait for the cooldown. Me and my own channel. I should have infinite arbitrary power over my redemptions. West Gash. The West Gash region goes from the Sea of Ghosts on the northwest coast to the town of Balmoral, where the region is sandwiched between the Bitter Coast and the Ashlands. I fucking swear to God, I asked him about all of his nonsense. Sheograd, settlements in Morrowind. When visiting an Ashlander camp, you must speak with the people, since you cannot receive an invitation to enter an Ashcon. Ahoy there. Who's Ahoy even? That's... Oh, okay, great. Without speaking to an Ashlander, Sheograd Island and the countless nearby smaller islands and barren rocks are a desolate wilderness from the main island of Vardenfell into the Sea of Ghosts. Her goddamn bin chicken Bennett star. Rural people live in Dunmer village style, groups of small huts centered around temple compounds. You wouldn't be able to test your own cooldowns. Maybe I could see the cooldown, but still override it as a creator. Morrowind lore. The two criminal guilds here are the Kamanatong, the native criminal syndicate, and the Thieves Guild, the imperial upstarts. The Kamanatong accepts only native Dunmer. The Kamanatong has sworn to exterminate the Outlander-dominated Thieves Guild, Mabragash. By secret rituals, the Mabragash steals a man's vital essence and makes herself a powerful sorcerer and warrior. Little advice. If you're looking for work, you might consider the Death's Head Legion. This is not a very popular posting, and there might be openings, so check with General Darius. Blight diseases. Blight diseases can't be cured by cure common disease spells or potions. You need special cure blight disease potions or spells. Balmora. Balmora is the district seat of House Halalu and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Background. Okay. Ashlanders hate foreigners. Ashlanders think it's shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. Ashlanders. By tradition, Ashlanders claim the right to raid other Ashlander tribes and non-Ashlander settlements for booty and slaves. Ashlander gifts. When coming first among strangers, a thoughtful gift is assigned to Ashlanders that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Ashlander customs. Ashlander challenges are very solemn and serious things. Do not make a challenge lightly. Ashlander courtesy. Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Okay.
Is there something I can do?
Is there something I can do for you? Okay, I would
Why are you away from your...
I would like to walk to the person we're expected to meet. Morrowind lore. Within the ghost fence on Red Mountain slopes and in its crater, the weather is always blighted and gloomy. Little advice. Don't risk a frontal confrontation with anything. When in doubt, sneak. Kamanatong. The Kamanatong are known for their brutal disregard for human life. Nice. Cat hole time.
I have a
Do 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 do.
No, I never programmed one.
Yes, Outlander.
Cat hole time. Yay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's cat hole time. Short blades include the dagger, tanto, short sword, and wakizashi. Yes. Yes. Okay. The actual last thing I want to do. Okay, I want to talk to this person we're expected to meet. Okay, take off this dumb uniform. I hate it. Hate it. It's fake and dumb. Okay, what they told me, I believe, is we head east. And then we'll find the person. I try to be a copy pasta. This alert thing doesn't get unresolved soon. I'm unsubbing. I'm so sick and tired of the promises made and then broken. I am over it. Wow. You are a copy pasta.
Beyond the cities. Good hunting.
Yeah, you're the best. You're the best, KQ.
If this alert thing doesn't get resolved soon, I'm unsubbing. I'm so sick and tired of the promises made and then broken. I am over IT. This is supposed to be a professional stream, but honestly she's making us all look like fools.
Oh, your athletic skill increased. Okay, amazing. Let's go in here. Ulath Gra Ushar. Ah, fucking uniform. I keep taking it off because I don't want to wear it. Fort Darius. This is Fort Darius.
But if this but doesn't get solved soon, I'm unsubbing. I'm so and tired of the promises butted and then broken. I am over IT. This is supposed to be a professional stream, but honestly she's butking us all but like fools.
If you kill yourself trying to complete a job that's too difficult for you, it's no one's fault but your own. Hey, Bagamal Grodomal.
Yes. What is it?
Y'all are amazing. Hey, Sessa.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, Bogdub. Hey, Ulumfa. Barter. You sell potions? We sell some potions here. We cannot sell restore health potions. Cure disease. I cannot sell restore health. We can sell those. Cannot sell restore health. Fatigue, yes. Fatigue, yes. Fatigue, yes. Fatigue, yes. Paralyze. Levitate, whatever. I'm so lackadaisical about my spells. I'm sorry, my potions, to be honest. Oh, she has nowhere near enough gold. Sucks. Okay. Great. Great. Bud TTS. Scooey. Inspiration mysticism. Yo, okay, we found a shrine. It seems fine. Yeah. Bless us. The soul of Sothosil. Fortified magic of 5 points. Not bad. I'm looking for someone specific. This person. This worked out. This is exactly who I wanted to find. Chaplain overall. So glad we found this. Welcome, Acolyte iios. Welcome to the Fort Darius Shrine, and many thanks to you and Sinolian for the Restore Health potions. Our stock was very low. Now, before you go, can I return your favor? 4 bargain Restore Health have been removed from your inventory. Return your favor. So Sinolian suggested I might teach you a little trick, eh? Well, I might at that. In fact, I'll give you a choice. Which would you rather learn? A Restore Strength spell, a Restore Willpower spell, a Restore Speed spell, or a Restore Luck spell? Oh, Sessa, I'm so glad. That's wonderful. I'm glad. That's lovely of you to say. That makes me feel really good. I've been, you know, it's kind of like something meditative about working on them. I also find it very meta when sometimes I like hear myself talking about YouTube onto YouTube. Like, ugh, what's going on? But it's my pleasure to put them together, and it'll be really fun, I think, to see the whole spread of them. So I'm so glad. I guess probably speed. I feel like the real problem, I'm really thinking about this choice. I feel like the really problematic stat to lose would be speed, because we wouldn't, if we couldn't move, you know, or if moving just drained our stamina. I mean, strength is another obvious one. I'm gonna take strength. As you wish, Chaplain Ogrel teaches you his version of the Restore Strength spell. There, I hope you find it useful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my duties. Farewell, and give my regards to Sinolian. Return your favor. You wouldn't want me to think you greedy, eh? One trick is all you get. Darius. Darius is the commandant of the Death's Head Legion garrison here. It's no picnic keeping the peace between the human and orc troopers, but it's a tribute to his reputation and leadership that he keeps the garrison morale up and the unit up to strength. Spells. So, Restore Fatigue. God, 10 to 20 for 30 seconds is powerful. Fortify Magicka. It's bizarre to me. I'm sorry, is this... It's not Restore Magicka, it's Fortify Magicka. It's weird to me that you would use Magicka. So let me get this straight. You spend 38 Magicka to fortify yourself 5 to 20 points of Magicka. It's funny to see. It's all like different variations of spells here. I keep expecting them to like not want to sell me certain spells if I already have them. I cannot tell though. Because if we look here, what's annoying also is that these are alphabetized by name and not by effect. Right? So like I have Belina's Efficacious and Soothing Balms, which do 3 to 12 or 3 to 22 for 1 second on self. And we just got Ogrel's Strong Again is that spell we got from him. We got, what's it called? Who the fuck knows, honestly? Mother's Kiss. Mother's Kiss. Which is Restore Health 10... Yeah, see how fucking hard that was? I'm like trying to remember. Restore Health 10 to 20 points for 1 second. At least what's nice about this Mother's Kiss, which costs 4 versus these ones cost 2 and 3. The nice thing about it, at least, is that like the lower bound is higher. But okay, we've read Ordo Legionis. $29.20 first seed. Numbers at the beginning or end? Beginning? Ooh. The first book on our list. 29.20. You have gained knowledge from this book. Your spear skill increased to 7. Okay, this will be the last book of the night. Last book of the night. First Seed. Book 3 of 2920, The Last Year of the First Era, by Karl Levac Townway. 15, First Seed, 2920, Care Suvio, Cyrodiil. From their vantage point high in the hills, the Emperor Roman III could still see the spires of the imperial city, but he knew he was far away from hearth and home. Lord Glavius had a luxurious villa, but it was not close to being large enough to house the entire army within its walls. Tents lined the hillsides, and the soldiers were flocking to enjoy his lordship's famous hot springs. Can you forget spells you don't want anymore? Good question. I don't actually see a way to. It's going to become so clogged up, and because then you can make your own spells. It's just going to be a mishmash of spells at this rate. Little wonder, winter chill still hung in the air. Prince Wielek, your son, is not feeling well. When potentate Versidu Shayi spoke, Shay, the Emperor jumped. How that Akaviri could slither across the grass without making a sound was a mystery to him. Poisoned, I'd wager, grumbled Rahman. See to it he gets a healer. I told him to hire a taster like I have, but the boy's headstrong. There are spies all around us, I know it. I believe you're right, Your Imperial Majesty, said Versidu Shay. These are treacherous times, and we must take precautions to see that Morrowind does not win this war, either on the field or by more insidious means. That is why I would suggest that you not lead the vanguard into battle. I know you would want to, as your illustrious ancestors Roman I, Brazolas Dor, and Roman II did. But I fear it would be foolhardy. I hope you do not mind me speaking frankly like this. No, nodded Rahman. I think you're right. Who would lead the vanguard then? I would say Prince Wielek if he were feeling better, replied the Akaviri. Failing that, Storig of Faerun, with Queen Nagea of Riverhold at left flank, and War Chief Ulach of Lilmoth at right flank. A Khajiit at left flank, and an Argonian at right, frowned the Emperor. I never do trust beastfolk. The potentate took no offense. He knew that beastfolk referred to the natives of Tamriel, not to the Seishi of Akavir like himself. I quite agree, Your Imperial Majesty, but you must agree that they hate the Dunmer. Ulach has a particular grudge after all the slave raids on his lands by the Duke of Mournhold. The Emperor conceded that it was so, and the potentate retired. It was surprising, thought Rahman, but for the first time, the potentate seemed trustworthy. He was a good man to have on one side. Yeah, wouldn't it be fun? You slither across the grass. 18 First Seed 2920, Ald Erfood, Morrowind. How far is the Imperial army? Asked Vivek. 2 days' march, replied his lieutenant. If we march all night tonight, we can get higher ground at the Prii tomorrow morning. Our intelligence tells us that the Emperor will be commanding the rear. Storig of Faerun has the vanguard, Nagea of Riverhold at left flank, and Ulach of Lilmoth at right flank. Ulach, whispered Vivek, an idea forming. Is this intelligence reliable? Who brought it to us? A Breton spy in the Imperial army, said the lieutenant, and gestured toward a young, sandy-haired man who stepped forward and bowed to Vivek. Prince Wielek would later change his name to the one and the same Prince of Orange, you say, Cleaver. Hey Ronnie, welcome. It's so good to see you. Great to see you in stream. Nice. You were tooling around back in the old haunt. That's awesome. I hope it's been a good trip, or I hope it was a good trip. What is your name, and why is a Breton working for us against Cyrodiil? Asked Vivek, smiling. My name is Kassir Whitley of Dwinnen, said the man, and I am working for you because not everyone can say he spied for a god, and I understand it would be, well, profitable. Vivek laughed. It will be, if your information is accurate. 19, First Seed, 2920, Bodrum, Morrowind. The quiet hamlet of Bodrum looked down on the meandering river, the Prii. It was an idyllic sight, lightly wooded where the water took the bend around a steep bluff to the east, with a gorgeous wildflower meadow to the west. The strange flora of Morrowind met the strange flora of Cyrodiil on the border and commingled gloriously. There will be time to sleep when you finished. The soldiers had been hearing that all morning. It was not enough that they had been marching all night. Now they were chopping down trees on the bluff and damming the river so its waters spilled over. Most of them had reached the point where they were too tired to complain about being tired.
Has
Wonderful.
An extra special video.
Finishing this book. This here book, Scooey. Welcome, Spy Check. Pretty fucked, probably. Yeah, we couldn't put a number to it. That's what science is for. Any danger enjoyers. Yeah, and who here likes danger? You know, I don't think I like danger. Being in danger is great. Tell me more, Spy Check. What's your favorite kind of danger to be in? Don't say sexual. Let me be certain I understand, my lord, said Vivek's lieutenant. We take the bluff, so we can... Excuse me, I'm sorry. So we can fire arrows and spells down on them from above. That's why we need all the trees cleared out. Damming the river floods the plain below, so they'll be trudging through mud, which should hamper their movement. That's exactly half of it, said Vivek approvingly. He grabbed a nearby soldier who was hauling off the trees. Wait, I need you to break off the straightest, strongest branches of the trees and whittle them into spears. If you whittle 100 or so others, it won't take you more than a few hours to make all we need. People smile. Any methane sources in chat? Pretend danger or actual danger? I think it's relative. You define danger, you know? I don't mind watching danger. I don't want to watch danger. iios' middle name is Danger. Dangeros. Scooey. Being in a foreign country, that's pretty much Morrowind's vibe. Oh gosh, Spy Check, yeah. You thought about making your roller derby name Danger Bitch? I like it. It's intimidating. It's very intimidating, Delta. If you were going for being intimidating as fuck, I think that achieves that goal. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Being like, okay, Katie, you're gonna go up against a danger bitch. The terror of the underground roller league. Yeah, I want to see like a roller derby death match TV series. Yeah, high budget. The soldier wearily did as he was bade. The men and women got to work fashioning spears from the trees. If you don't mind me asking, said the lieutenant, the soldiers don't need any more weapons. They're too tired to hold the ones they've got. These spears aren't for holding, said Vivek and whispered. If we tired them out today, they'll get a good night's sleep tonight, before he got to work supervising their work. Yeah, hard work. It was essential that they be sharp, of course, but equally important that they be well balanced and tapered proportionally. The perfect point for stability was a pyramid, not the conical point of some lances and spears. He had the men hurl the spears they had completed to test their strength, sharpness, and balance, forcing them to begin on a new one if they broke. Gradually, out of sheer exhaustion from doing it wrong, the men learned how to create the perfect wooden spears. Once they were through, he showed them how they were to be arranged and where. Yeah, where's the Battle Royale derby game? Yeah, where are the derby games? Seriously. Why bother being subtle about it? Yeah. Dangeros are the most extreme breakfast cereal. Yeah, the spears of the recruits, yep. Is it wrong to try and guess a roller derby nickname? Not wrong, per se. Oh, the butts. Okay. Yep. Butts Spot gets it. Yeah. Butts Spot gets it. That night, there was no drunken pre-battle carousing, and no nervous neophytes stayed up worrying about the battle to come. As soon as the sun sank beneath the wooded hills, the camp was at rest, but for the sentries. 20, First Seed, 2920, Bodrum, Morrowind. Miramor was exhausted. For the last 6 days, he had gambled and whored all night, and then marched all day. He was looking forward to the battle, but even more than that, he was looking forward to some rest afterwards. He was in the Emperor's command at the rear flank, which was good because it seemed unlikely that he would be killed. On the other hand, it meant traveling over the mud and waste the army ahead left in their wake. As they began the trek through the wildflower field, Miramor and all the soldiers around him sank ankle-deep in cold mud. It was an effort to keep moving. Far, far up ahead, he could see the vanguard of the army led by Lord Storig emerging from the meadow at the base of a bluff. That was when it all happened. An army of Dunmer appeared above the bluff like rising Daedra, pouring fire and floods of arrows down on the vanguard. Simultaneously, a company of men bearing the flag of the Duke of Mournhold galloped around the shore, disappearing along the shallow river's edge where it dipped to a timbered glen on the east. War Chief Ulach, nearby on the right flank, let out a bellow of revenge at the sight and gave chase. Queen Nagea sent her flank towards the embankment to the west to intercept the army on the bluff. The Emperor could think of nothing to do. His troops were too bogged down to move forward quickly and join the battle. He ordered them to face east towards the timber, in case Mournhold's company was trying to circle around through the woods. They never came out, but many men facing west missed the battle entirely. Miramor kept his eyes on the bluff. Incidentally, I tried to come up with a derby name and came up to a drag name instead. Cunt Dragula. I love that for you, movie. I think you think you would do great at drag. And yeah, I do. Weird thing to say. Yeah. It's only play with any performer who does not perform under their own name. Yeah, that's really sane rule. That's a really sane rule of thumb, Cleaver, I think. Derby skaters don't really do characters, not in modern derby. It's just a name. Yeah, porn star at the PTA meeting was just a very specific example. Yeah, which I love. It painted a picture in my head. A tall Dunmer, he supposed must have been Vivek, gave a signal, and the battle mages cast their spells at something to the west. From what transpired, Miramor deduced it was a dam. A great torrent of water spilled out, washing Nagea's left flank into the remains of the vanguard, and the two together downriver to the east. The Emperor paused, as if waiting for his vanquished army to return, and then called a retreat. Miramor hid in the rushes until they had passed by, and then waited as quietly as he could to the bluff. The Morrowind army was retiring as well, back to their camp. He could hear them celebrating above him as he padded along the shore. To the east, he saw the Imperial army. They had been washed into a net of spears strung across the river, Nagea's left flank on Storig's vanguard, on Ulach's right flank. Bodies of hundreds of soldiers strung together like beads. Miramor took whatever valuables he could carry from the corpses and then ran down the river. He had to go many miles before the water was clear again, unpolluted by blood. 29, First Seed, 2920, Haggoth, Hammerfell. You have a letter from the Imperial City, said the chief priestess, handing the parchment to Corda. All the young priestesses smiled and made faces of astonishment, but the truth was that Corda's sister Rija wrote very often, at least once a month. Corda took the letter to the garden to read it, her favorite place, an oasis in the monochromatic sand-colored world of the conservatorium. The letter itself was nothing unusual, filled with court gossip, the latest fashions which were tending to wine dark velvets, and reports of the Emperor's ever-growing paranoia. You are so lucky to be away from all this, wrote Rija. The Emperor is convinced that his latest battlefield fiasco is all a result of spies in the palace. He has even taken to questioning me. Ruptika kept it so you would never have a life. Ruptika keep it so you never have a life as interesting as mine. Corda listened to the sounds of the desert and prayed to Ruptika the exact opposite wish. The years continued in Rain's hand. Okay. Well, great. Danger, bitch. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna go raid somebody. It's been so lovely. We're up so late. It's such a slumber party up in here. We're gonna go hang out with a friend though. A lovely, lovely friend. And it'll be great. It's gonna be fun. You know, I really want to see this. Let's go raid Desi. Desi's doing a Wind Waker randomizer, which I think is so cool. I love Wind Waker. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. And oh, nice, and it's practice for a GTQ portion. We're gonna be back tomorrow. We will play more of this. We will make more progress. We're gonna explore Gnisis more. We're going to do some of our Imperial Cult quests, or Imperial Legion quests, actually. Get it right, okay? Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you, Movie. You're up so late. Go to bed, Movie. It's so late where you are. But thank you all for hanging out. Let's go say hi to Desi and enjoy some more Mario. Can't wait to see you